Welcome to your last playoff game featuring the Sooke Loggers from Sooke, British Columbia. Sooke finished first in Pool B. They're playing Vanderhoof Rippers from Vanderhoof, BC, who finished fourth in Pool A. Pitching for Sooke, Devin McCollin. His catcher would be Blake Hunter. So the first semifinal is coming up after this game is going to feature Lacey A's. They won their game against Seattle earlier today. And the Grand Prairie Pirates beat the Kelowna Installers in their game. So that's the first semifinal after this tonight. But leading off for Vanderhoof Rippers, Czar Shaw Wallace. Strike one. Strike two. And then, of course, what we just saw, STK beat Prince George. So they'll play the winner of this tomorrow morning at 9:30 in the second semifinal, which, of course, then the final will be at 11:30 here in Kelowna as we're winding down. It's been some great ball. Weather's been suspect, but we're still playing. Strike three for your first out. That's going to bring up Jaeger Bush. Ball one. Strike one. One and one on your batter, Jaeger Bush. Devo. Oh, foul tip. Catcher held onto it. Two strikes, one ball. 1 and 2 on your batter, Jaeger Bush. Strike three. 2 away. Caught him looking. It's going to bring up Drayden Thomas.
Number 22, Drayden Thomas.
Ball one. Foul ball, strike one. 1 and 1 on your batter, Drayden Thomas. It looks like Laura McMillan behind the plate calling the balls and strikes. Strike two. 1 and 2 on your batter, Drayden Thomas. Two and two out. Just getting underway here. Strike three. Caught him looking. right. As we come to you live from Kelowna, British Columbia. We're going in the bottom half of the first. Home half for Sooke. Pitching for Vanderhoof Rippers, Nick Need. His catcher is Czar Shaw Wallace. Leading off for Sooke, Logan Newman.
Followed by number 33, Brian Avery, and in the hole, number 12, Blake Hunter.
Nick pitched a good game yesterday against Justin Schofield, the national team member. Well, today he gets to pitch against another national team member, Devin McCulloch. So we'll see how the young kids from Vanderhoof do
Here's Logan Newman,
as they play a veteran squad from Sooke. But this is where you want to be. It's the only way to learn. Play the good ball. You got to come and play it. No better place to learn than being on the field. Here we go. Logan Newman, your first batter for Sooke. Strike one. Over the years here in Kelowna, Sooke's been successful. They've always do well here. One and one on the batter. For years, it was always them or the South Hill Giants that were always in the mix on Monday. Two balls and a strike on Logan Newman. Strike two, 2-2. That was a nice spot. Full count. Swing and a miss for strike one. Or strike three, sorry. One away.
A strikeout for the first out of the inning.
It's going to bring up Brian Avery. Strike one. Ball one. 1-1. Ball two. 2-1 on Brian. Young Nick Need pitching for Vanderhoof. Bottom of one, just getting under the way. Just getting underway here in Kelowna. Oh, pop up. Right fielder can't come up with it. Triple for Brian Avery.
Stand-up triple for Brian Avery. Brings to plate now, number 12, Blake Hunter.
That's going to bring up Blake Hunter. Fouled it back. Strike one. Fouled another one back. Strike two. 0-2 on your batter, Blake Hunter. Brian Avery at third. Ball one. One away. Strike three. Got him looking. Two away.
And that's a strikeout from the second out of the inning.
It's going to bring up Kyle Cowick. Ball one. Pop up. Second baseman comes up with it for the third out.
Third out. Ball by number 8.
All right. All right, here we go, folks. Top of two, leading off, Ethan Lance. Oh, foul ball, strike one. Devin McCulloch doing your pitching. As you can tell from the shadows, the sun has finally returned to the Okanagan. So let's hopefully it gets up to 28 tomorrow. Ball one. Man, I hope hope I didn't jinx it because now it's starting to get dark again. Sorry. 1-1. Might have to put my winter gloves back on. Strike 2. 1-2 on Ethan Lands. Strike 3. 1 away.
Strike out there. 1 out.
It's going to bring up Nate Thiessen. Oh, 1-1. .73 on the radar as Devin just buzzed the booth. He did a flyby. Oh, shortstop over to 1, 6-3 for the put out for the second out.
Nice play by the shortstop coming across the diamond. Second out. Now to plate number 12, Robbie Antoine.
That brings Robbie Antoine to bat. Ball 1. Oh, ball 2. Strike 1. 2-1 on your batter, Robbie Antoine. Ball 3, 31. Hopefully those that are tuned in still are enjoying the action here from Kelowna. The annual May Days ISC qualifier. Strike 2. Full count on your batter, Robbie Antoine. 2 away. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Another K for Devo. That's going to put him at 5 so far in this game. right, folks. We get set up for the second inning. Home half for Sooke. Bottom of 2, otherwise it's known as. Leading off, Ben Edgington. Nicholas Need still doing the pitching for Vanderhoof. Oh. Right fielder drops the ball. Lead off double on an air by the right fielder. It's going to bring up Jared Cooper.
Right field, so we stand on second base. Brings to plate number 28, Jared Cooper.
Ball 1. Strike 1. Strike 2. Full count on your batter, Jared Cooper. None out, runner on second. Oh, fouled off. Tough pitch, stay alive. Mr. Robbie Celesta, good evening. Hope you're enjoying the game, sir. Oh. I guess that's the ball. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. That's going to bring up Todd Belton.
Brings to plate number 5, Todd Belton.
Home half of the second inning here for the Sooke Loggers. Oh, foul ball, strike 1. We still have one more game after this, folks. It's going to feature the Lacey A's from Washington, Lacey, Washington, against the Grand Prairie Pirates from Grand Prairie, Alberta. First semifinal, but let's get through this one first. Between the Sooke Loggers and the Vanderhoof Rippers. Oh! Tried to bunt. Foul tipped it. Todd Belton, your batter. None out. Runners on first and second. Runners advance on a ball in the dirt.
Ball in the dirt, advances the runners there. Second and third. 2-2, no outs.
2-2 on your batter, Todd Belton. Oh. Oh, a 2-for-1 deal. I almost swear we were at the circus. Two and two. Oh, shot to the over center fielder's underneath it, comes up with it. Sacrifice fly is gonna score 1 run. The other runner's gonna advance to 3. F8 for your first out. But Sooke gets on the board. 1-0.
Runner from third tags up, scores. That's 1-0. 1 out.
It's gonna bring up Gus Wilson.
Gus Wilson.
Strike 1. Oh, 1-1. Ball 2. 2-1 on your batter, Gus Wilson. 1 away, 1 run in, runner on third, bottom of 2. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Oh. Full count. Strike 3. Caught him looking for the second out.
Brings the plate. Number 10, Jesse Grieve.
That's going to bring up Jesse Grieve. Strike 1. 1-1 on your batter, Jesse Grieve. 2 away, Runner at third still. One run did come in so far. As young Nick Need is set to deliver. Strike two. 1 and 2 on your batter. Young man just turned 20 on May 13th. So he's got a bright future ahead of him. He's got to keep working hard. Strike three. Three-way. Strands a runner. Sooke did score one, so it's 1-0. Okay, top of three here. Coming up to bat for the Vanderhoof Rippers, Bruce Sutton. Devin McCulloch doing the pitching for Sooke. Ball one. Sooke scored a run in the bottom of 2 to make it 1-0. Ball 2. Nice shot up the middle. Base hit for Bruce Sutton.
Liner up the middle for a single. Leadoff single to open the inning. Brings to plate number 14, Dylan Fraser-List.
Now batting Dylan Fraser-List. Ball 1 on your batter. One and one. Foul ball, strike 2. Ball 2. 2 and 2 on Dylan Fraser-List. Oh, Boulder foul. swing and a miss for strike 3 for your first out. That's going to bring up Trent Thomas.
Strike 3 for the first out. Now the plate, number 23, Trent Thomas.
Ball 1. Trent Thomas. Strike 1. This young fellow plays out of the Kamloops League. Don't think they got anybody that throws like Devin McCulloch up there. Strike 2. All right, young man, get set in there. Come on. Trent Thomas, your batter. Devin McCulloch, your pitcher. 1 and 2, 1 out. Runner on first. Oh, swing and a miss for strike 3 for your second out.
Going to go for the second out of the inning. Brings back the top of the order. Number 2, Czar Shaw Wallace.
That's going to bring up the top of the lineup for the Vanderhoof Rippers, Czar Shaw Wallace. Ball 1. Strike 1. 1 and 1. Oh, 31. Nope. 31 on your batter, Czar Shaw Wallace. Strike 2. Oh, caught him looking for strike 3. Another K for Devo. That gets him up to 8 so far. All right, folks, welcome back. We get set for the bottom of 3 here. Logan Newman's going to be your batter. As your Sooke Loggers are the home team. Nick Need still doing the pitching for Vanderhoof. Ball one. Catcher tried to pass me the ball, but I didn't want it. Oh, it looks like Karen and Tom Dennis are still here in the stands from the shot of the crowd there. Strike one. 1-1 on your batter, Logan Newman. Strike two. 1-2. Strike three. Caught him looking for your first out.
Caught him looking, strike three for the first out in. Bring your plate now. Number 33, Brian.
That's going to bring up Brian Avery. Oh, that is too. A New York Gremlin. Just noticed a patch on his helmet. Ball one. Strike one. 1-1. Strike two. 1-2 on your batter, Brian Avery. Two and two. Strike three. Got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for young Nick Need of Logan Newman and Brian Avery. That's going to bring up Blake Hunter. Strike one. Strike two. Oh, and two on your batter, Blake Hunter. Two out, nobody on. Oh, fouled off to stay alive. 1-2 on your batter. Two and two. Two out, 2-2. Blake Hunter, your batter. Foul ball. As the sun comes out, you get a backdrop of behind us here at King Stadium as we're in downtown Kelowna. Fouled off another tough pitch to stay alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Bottom of 3, 1-0 Sooke. Blake Hunter, your batter. Brian Avery, Nick Need, your pitcher. Oh, a hot shot to the second baseman, comes up with it for the 3rd out. Well, the young kids from Vanderhoof are hanging in there against the vets from Sooke.
A line out to second base to conclude.
Still only 1-0
Third
after
score.
3 complete.
Score is 1-0. This is as it is into the 4th.
Okay. Top of 4. Leading off for the Vanderhoof Rippers. Jäger Bush. Plays a bunt down. 3rd comes up with it. Over to 1 in time for 1 away. 5-3 on that first put out. Devin McCulloch still pitching for Sooke. It's going to bring up Drayden Thomas.
22 Drayden Thomas.
Foul ball, 2-2 on your batter, Drayden Thomas. One away, top of 4. Inside, full count. Oh, caught him looking for the second out.
Catches the outside corner.
Strike.
Second out. Now
Oh.
plate number 61, Ethan Lamb.
Strike one. Ethan Land's your batter. Foul tip held on by the catcher. 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Catcher throws it to 1 for the secure the third out. 3 away. All right, folks, we head into the home half of the fourth for your Sooke Loggers, who are winning 1-0. Leading off for them at bat is Kyle Cowick. Pitching still for Vanderhoof is young Nick Need. Excellent ball game so far. All the ball games have been great, actually. I shouldn't lie. Strike 1. Ball 1-1. Tip. Strike 2. Catcher held onto it. 1-2 on your batter, Kyle Cowick. Bottom of 4. Popped him up. Shortstop comes up with it out in left field. F6 for that first out. One away.
I'll play
That's
shot
going to
number
bring
one.
up Ben Edgington.
That's one out. Brings the plate now. Number 15, Ben Edgington.
Ball one. Strike one. 1-1 on your batter, Ben Edgington. One out. Ball two. Just looking, I imagine we're going to be turning lights on soon, as the sun has set here in Kelowna. Oh, fouled them off. 2-2. Popped them up. Out of play. Shortstop. Oh! Dropped it on the transfer. E6. Puts Ben Edgerton at one. It's going to bring up Jared Cooper.
Reaches on air. Runner on first. Now the plate number 28, Jared Cooper.
One away. Strike one. Foul ball. Ball. 1-1 on Ben Edgington. Ball two. Pops him up. Third baseman calls for it. Stays under it. Two away. F5 on that put out. It's going to bring up Todd Belton.
Middle pop up to third base. Going to bring to plate number 5, Todd Belton.
Two out now. Strike one. 1-1 on your batter, Todd Belton. Two and one, 2 out, 1-0, bottom of 4 for Sooke. The kids from Vanderhoof are battling though. Oh, foul ball, heads up over there. 2-2 on your batter, Todd Belton. Got him on the swing, 3 away. Another strikeout for young Nick Need.
That strikeout for the third out.
Strands a runner.
And through 4, the score is 1-0 for Sooke.
All right, folks, here we go. Top of 5. Excellent ball game. 1-0 for Sooke. Top of 5. Leading off, Nate Thiessen. Devin McCulloch still doing your pitching for Sooke. Strike 1. 1-1 on your batter, Nate Thiessen. Top of 5. Game's just rolling along. Just right. Two and one on your batter, Nate Thiessen. A little how you doing, 77 miles an hour. 2-2. Strike 3, caught him looking for your first out.
Caught him looking for the first out of the inning. He will play now, number 12, Robbie Antoine.
It's going to bring up Robbie Antoine, the elder of this young Vanderhoof team. Ball 1. Strike 1. Oh, strike 2. 47 on that changeup. That, oh. Then he'll probably come back with a little bit of 77, 78. Yeah, 72. Nah, not bad, I guess, for a strikeout for the number's second out.
Another strikeout looking for
Folks,
second.
I'm sorry. I'm just enjoying this. You don't get to see this every day. That's why you love coming to May Days in Kelowna, because the quality of pitchers that are here, and for the kids or anybody the opportunity, what a better way to learn. Strike one on your batter, Bruce Sutton. Strike two. 0-2 on your batter, Bruce Sutton. Ball one. Two and two. 2 out. Folks, the score is only 1-0. This is a great ball game. Oh, first baseman comes up with for your third out.
Hard ground ball to first base for the third out there.
3 unassisted on that out. All right, here we go. Bottom of 5 from Kelowna. Leading off for Sooke is going to be Gus Wilson. 1-0, bottom of 5. Ball one. Ball two. Oh, fly ball. Right fielder catches it, one away. F9. That's got to be a confidence builder for the young man, Trent Thomas. He had a little hard time at the start of the game, but he's still out there. Only best way to get over anything is to get right back out there. Good job, Trenty. Ball one. Oh. Darcy Wazlushka is in the game, batting for Jesse Grieve. One away, 1-1 on your batter, Darcy Wazlushka. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Oh! Ouch. Hit by pitch.
Now back number 34, Logan Newman.
That's going to bring up Logan Newman, top of the order for Sooke here in the bottom of the fifth. Pops him up, nice play. Oh, what a play by the pitcher. Turns a double play. Wow. The kids are fighting tonight, folks. I tell you, something else. Holy.
Nice double play by Nick Neves to end the inning. And through 5 complete, the score is 1-0 for Sooke.
Unreal. All right, here we go. Top of 6. Strike one on your batter, Dylan Fraser List. Oh, 1-1. Five complete, 1-0 for Sooke. These scrappy young kids from Vanderhoof are giving it their all. Yep, strike two, 1-2. Oh, fouled off. 1-2 still stayed alive. Get into the later innings here. On a Sunday night from King Stadium in Kelowna, British Columbia. 2-2. Hopefully everybody's enjoying this broadcast on Softball Premier TV. Leadoff single for Dylan Fraser List. That's going to bring up Trent Thomas.
Leadoff single by Dylan Fraser List. Brings to plate number 23, Trent Thomas.
All right, let's see what the young man here can do. Strike one. Strike two. Oh, and 2 on Trent Thomas. Handy. Young fellow from Spence's Bridge, BC. Strike 3. Caught looking for your
Caught looking for the first out.
or your first out.
Now back to the top of the order. First, number 2, Czar Shaw Wallace.
It's going to bring up Czar Shaw Wallace. Strike one. Safe. Woo-hoo. Wow. Third baseman made a good recovery, just didn't throw out the speedster in time. That's going to put runners at first and second, one out. It's going to bring up Jaeger Bush.
Now to plate number 9, Jaeger Bush.
Strike one. One away. Top of 6. One and one. Foul tip. One and two on your batter, Jaeger Bush. One away. Runners at first and second. Top of the 6th inning. 1-0 for the Sooke Loggers. Fouled off a tough pitch. 1 and 2 still. 1 out. Yager Bush, your batter. Devin McCulloch, the pitcher for Sooke. 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 away.
Strikeout there for the second out of the inning.
Yager's going to run for the catcher. That's going to bring up the bat Drayden Thomas.
Number 22, Jaden Thomas.
Ball 1. Foul ball, 1-1. Two out. Runners at first and second. Drayden Thomas, your batter. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2 on your batter, Drayden. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Strike 3 for the third out. 2 hits, no runs, and 2 runners left on.
Okay, folks, here we go in the bottom of the 6th. Leading off for the Sooke Loggers, Brian Avery. Ball 1. Pitching still for the Vanderhoof Rippers, Nick Need. Ball 2. Oh, it was a hard shot single, leadoff single for Brian Avery. He's going to bring up Blake Hunter.
Richard single down the third baseline. Now to the plate, number 12, Blake Hunter.
Foul ball. If kids can get through these next big three unscathed, it's going to make for an interesting 7th inning. One and one on your batter, Blake Hunter. Brian Avery at first. Bottom of 6, 1-0 for Sooke. Oh, another. Oh, fair ball. Waiting to see what the call is here. You folks at home saw where it was on the monitor. Fair ball.
Double of Blake Hunter
okay.
scores a run. Brings the plate now, number 40, Kyle Cowick.
It's going to bring up Kyle Cowick. 2-0 for Sooke now. Strike one. Popped them up. Somebody call it. F8 for your second out.
Shot fly for the first out of the inning. Runner advances to third.
Moves Blake Hunter over to 3. It's going to bring up Ben Edgington. Strike one. One and one. Ball 2. Strike 2. 2-2 on your batter, Ben Edgington. Pop them up. 2-2 still. 1 out. Runner on 3. Swing and a miss for strike 3 for your second out. It's going to bring up Jared Cooper. Ball 1. Strike 1. 1-1 on Jared Cooper. 2 out. 1 run came across. It's 2-0. And still a runner on third. Ooh, ball inside. 2-1. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2-0. Bottom of 6. Jared Cooper, your batter. Fouled off. A tough pitch to stay alive. One 4 for your third out. Well, Sooke gets another run. 2-0.
Ground ball.
All right, folks, here we go. Top of 7. Ethan Lands, your batter. Ball one. 2-0 for Sooke. Vanderhoof's last chance here. The kid's got to score 3 runs to see tomorrow. One and one on your batter, Ethan Lands. Two and one. Two and two. Swing and a miss for strike 3 for your first out.
Strikeout there for the first out of the inning. Brings to the plate. Number 8, Nate Thiessen.
Let's gonna bring up Nate Thiessen. Strike 1. Oh, foul tip. 0 and 2 on your batter, Nate Thiessen. 1 away. 2-0 Sooke. Top of 7. This has been one exciting ball game. The scrappy young kids from Vanderhoof against Mr. Devin McCulloch. One and 2 on your batter, Nate Thiessen. We'll come back into the pitcher over to first for your second out. Okay, that's going to bring up Robbie Antoine.
Second out of the inning. Bring to the plate now, number 12, Robbie Antoine.
Two balls on Robbie Antoine. Strike 1. Oh, ball 3. 31. Strike 2, full house on Robbie Antoine. 2 out, 2-0, top of 7. Strike 3. That's the ball game, folks. Sooke Loggers 2, Vanderhoof Rippers 0. Sooke will now play STK tomorrow morning in the second semifinal at 9:30. But coming up yet tonight, after this, once they get the field ready, is going to be the first semifinal between the Lacey A's from Lacey, Washington versus the Grand Prairie Pirates from Grand Prairie, Alberta. So bear with us for 20 minutes or so while we get the field ready, and then we'll be back to bring the last game of the day. All right.
For the latest in softball innovation, the website where you can experience the best tournaments in the Americas. Live games, news, tournaments, and much, much more. The best quality live softball, on demand so you can watch when you want. Become a Premier member now. SoftballPremierTV.com. Live it on Softball Premier.